Hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am. Very good morning.
Good morning to you, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Couldn't be better. Tell me, ma'am, how about you?
Yeah, I'm also doing well. Actually, now Sunday na, so only holiday this day. It's the only holiday that we need to complete all the
Yeah.
work, the left work. So I think yes, no, I was very busy. But anyhow, when you just told me that we can meet on Sunday, so yes, I anyhow just managed my time and at this time. Okay. Actually, I'm feeling better too now. It's my pleasure to talk to you or have the conversation with you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I wanted to tell you thank you because you wanted to talk with me and also you made this conversation possible today. So it means a lot for me. And yes,
Thank
but ma'am, I really want to know something about yourself. I know your name is Ruchi Singh and you're an SST teacher, but please tell me something more about yourself.
Yes, yes, of course, of course. I would like to introduce myself. This is me, Ruchi Singh. I'm a teacher. I'm from Chhatarpur, Madhya Pradesh, and
Okay.
I'm teaching in a convent school. And about my education, so yes, I hold masters in economics as well as history. And yes, I also have a small YouTube channel. But there I always try to post my subject related video, and
Mhm.
also just along with this conversation video sometime, because all the conversation they're just around that social
Yeah.
or these area, maybe the political, maybe the economic issues or the social issues. So yes, that's why I also just post this kind of video in my channel. Okay, pretty
Mhm.
much about me.
Okay,
Now please
wonderful.
continue.
Wonderful, fine, ma'am. Okay, so being a teacher, I think you have a lot to juggle with each and every day. So please tell me, ma'am, which class do you teach?
Actually, I'm a TGT teacher, so I teach 6th to 10th class, and especially the social science. Yes.
Okay, so there are different spheres of social studies itself. So which is
Yes.
your main area?
Actually, I love to teach history.
Oh,
Yes, because yes, social science is a very vast subject, and all thing included the political politics and the societies issues, economic issues, some geographical issues, and also. But I like to I just especially is my just liking in this subject history. So I just when I teach it to my students, so I take more interest to teach this subject history. I like.
okay. But I think history is not the cup of tea of each and every people out there because there are so
Yeah.
many people, the I mean names of people to memorize and also the numerous years to memorize, right? So
Hmm.
most of the time it's a bit tricky and it's not possible to keep in our mind either to explain or to write in our exams. So
Yes.
yeah, but as you said, you are a fan of history. It is really strange for me because I'm also from the same background, and I'm also MA B.Ed. That means MA in economics itself. So if anybody would ask me which is your favorite, I would recommend, or I would say economics itself, because history is
Okay.
something like a daunting field for me.
Actually, now, when I just start to teach this subject now, the starting now. Actually, I don't want to just come in this field. Then starting when I started my career past 15 years ago.
Okay.
So yes, I have just much experience, but not actually nobody is perfect. You know that, na? Nobody. I cannot say that I know everything and I'm 100% perfect in this place. So yes, everybody is just want to update to yourself and want to know something more every day. And now things every day is just updating every day. So yes, so when I start to teach it now, I feel more interest when I just read the monarchical era. Oh my God, I
Mhm.
want to know about this, how they live life and that time now, the all things when or especially from junior classes, when I start to teach from actually SST just comes in from sixth class.
Yeah.
Before the first to fifth, we have EVS. So
Mm.
yes, yeah. So science and yeah, social mix that we call EVS.
Yeah.
So yes, from sixth class we have SST. So early the sixth class when I start to teach now, so that is the basic concept at that time. So I also learned from that the basic concept, then the again seventh, and actually now step by step. So it's a very interesting when you just take a step by step. Otherwise, if you are just starting from the senior classes now, so yes, you can find it difficult. But
Yes.
I'm just lucky to myself that I have opportunity to from the early class to teach it.
Mm.
So that's why, yes, I have interest on this.
Yeah, whatever that you have shared with me is absolutely true. And I can also tell you that I have also experienced the same thing because whenever we get an exposure to history, especially that medieval period and some ancient, ancient incidents, if we read those concepts in a sense of story, then obviously we may feel a bit more
Yes,
interested into that, and we should read or we should study those things just like a story, so it would be interesting.
yes,
But
yes.
as we go in depth to
Actually, now I feel that suddenly now syllabus already has been changed for the senior classes, class
Mhm.
ninth. The CBSE board changed all the syllabus. So I think before the 10 to 20 years, what the students were studying in their previous syllabus, I think
Mhm.
that was totally different. Now from the ninth class, ninth, and next year they are going to change also the 10th class syllabus, the CBSE.
Mhm.
So yes, in ninth class now that is totally different. Now they are, I think, studying to first time. They are going to study it first time. So, but if any student is start from the NCRT syllabus,
Mhm.
yes, they always just to have the chapter the step by step. It means what you studied in your previous classes. So I think you can memorize it. That I have studied in my last class. So yes,
Mhm.
you can connect. If you, I always advise to my students now, connect to it. Like try to understand the concept,
Yeah.
not to just to mug up and all the things. Now, not to just
Mhm.
make your answer yourself, like your
Mm.
in your
Yeah.
own words.
Mm.
Not to. I always advise my student, no
Yeah.
need to just mug up the answer because every chapter I think is so long now. This time you can, if see the history, the SST books, I think
Mhm.
20, 25 or 30 pages, I think are included in one chapter.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's too long. You can, so many questions come on this chapter. It's too
Yeah.
much. So I think you just to read the chapter, only to read the chapter two time, three time, four time, whatever you want. So yes, you can read the, try to understand the concept. Then after, just make your answer.
Hmm.
That I
That's true.
advise
That's
my
true. That's absolutely true. Completely spot on, ma'am, because it's not the pragmatic way to mug up all the things. But
yes,
I told you just memorize the word memorizing in just in the sense of that years. It's really important to memorize those years because,
yes,
if, for instance, I can say when we talk about Panipat War, then there were three Panipat wars. So we have to memorize
yes,
those years, right? And there are so many years, right, because so many incidents were happened in our history, so we have to memorize, or the children, they have to memorize all those years,
yes,
even though they have
yes, yes,
understood,
yes.
even though they
Hmm.
are well understood about the concept. But it's very important to memorize the years so that they can underline those years using their pen in their exams. It's very important to underline the main areas while writing the exam so that the invigilator, not invigilator, the examinator go
Hmm.
through those lines and they could get a good mark in their final exam. So what if they have written a wrong year and underlined it? So that's the bit tricky part. And when you said that it is the pragmatic way to read the concept and to understand and try
Hmm.
to elaborate those concepts in your own idea, completely true, ma'am. It's the pragmatic way. And I also don't recommend my students to memorize all the things because they may slip their mind. So this is the
Hmm.
pragmatic way to memorize. That means understand the things, right? Just by reading and
Yes.
understand the things, and after that they can delineate the points in their own way. So yes, but I'm telling you about the years just because I have also come from the same field. So I felt so.
Okay.
Memorizing all the years, it's something like it's a daunting task or it's a bit tricky. So but even
I
though I have scored a good mark in my history exams, maybe I tried my best or I.
actually, na. about these dating or the years, memorizing the years.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I always just to also advise to my students, कि if you just forget to write the year, the particular year that you just mention in your answer, okay, leave it, leave it. It's not important. It's not important because I also checked my CBSE board exam answer sheet also. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, I know that there we just give the answer sheet that one. So there is a, if you are just forgetting the year, okay, quit. The actually we need to learn the particular year which change the history. That one, focus on only the that year. That
Mm-hmm.
change, something, a big change that comes from that year or that era or that incident.
Yeah.
Focus on that year, okay, not to mug up the, not to need to learn the all the years.
Mm.
That the just to step by step. No, no, no need to learn because you are not just presenting on a PSC exam and like that, na. So that
Mhm.
they can actually, that is for a very other concept and other era that you will that time I think you have enough experience to that, na. So you will that just leave for the PSC exam. But you are now as a student from just the 9 to 12th student or the 6 to 12th student. Yes, they should focus on the that particular year that changed the history. Anything, the big change come from related to that, like the Battle of Plassey and that because of the colonial set their the location and the, try to capture their start to capture the country that time, na. So I think these kind of year they should learn. Otherwise, okay, it's not to just actually affect with these things, na. Only the concept, only the story, and that try to. Otherwise, na, many students don't want to just study this SST. They always feel bored. I feel that many times.
Yes, yes, that's correct, ma'am. And ma'am, there are when we talk about Indian history, there are three categories. I think the that means the categories in the sense the classification of history. That means
Yes,
ancient history and also medieval history and
many
modern Indian history. So, which
modern
one
Indian.
is your favorite, and what is the reason behind that?
Actually, now this time is student have interest to study in the modern history. Modern
Mm,
means before the freedom. That is our modern history
okay.
because we are now
Yes.
in present. 21st century is our present. So history just means before the freedom, before the 70, 80 years, what we just doing on what we face the difficulties, colonial era, actually
Yeah.
that. Na? So that is the modern history. So yes, student just have interest to listen there what happened and that what is the Britisher did in our country,
Mhm.
what was the condition at that time. So yes, they have interest to listen this, and
Yeah.
even they want to know about this. So
Okay.
yes, it's good.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
So I
I
have an
yes.
interesting question because you have said about Britishers now. So we have learned or we have heard about the Britishers and their brutality they have done in Indian, I mean in India and to the Indian society. So, ma'am, according to you, um, what is the reality? I mean, being a teacher, what you have observed, because nowadays, in social media, we get to learn or we get to hear different aspects of the same thing, right? Um, here, again, I don't want to say anything in a negative way here or a negative sense here, but many people they depicts our own freedom fighters in a negative way
Hmm.
nowadays, right?
Hmm. Yes.
So,
Yes.
what
Yes.
is
Yes.
your observation on it?
Actually, now the people only just knowing what they are studying in the books, okay, or saying on the social media. They don't have their own knowledge. Even they don't want to know about this. The fact behind that only just coming on the social media, any video or anything, they just read or study in the books or they read in the newspaper. So they only believe on that fact. Okay, they don't know nothing. If we just try to understand the behind the history and of any of freedom fighter, especially the our revolutionary fighters, the Krantikari, that one. So I think many of don't know about them. Even nobody, our these moderate leaders never supported them. This is
Mhm.
the fact. Never supported them.
Mhm.
They, but that is also the fact they did so much for our country.
Yeah.
They have done so much for our country because you know that na aggression is also matter sometime. Because now how many times just you just holding the hand on requested to the other people na. So aggression it means it's kind of a fire to emerge in that time the people they feel in that time. So yes, aggression was also the important factor in that time na. But this time we when I just see the celebration of the any national festival na, nobody put any picture to these revolutionaries, only to put only one or two leader, you know that,
Are you
one or two
talking,
leader
ma'am,
or the
excuse me for the interruption. Are you talking about moderates or extremists?
moderates were not supporter of the extremes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm both that. Yes, moderate believe on that we are just helpless, okay, with the other things, and they are the full of the britishers are the full of all the facilities, they all have all the
Yeah,
things.
they were
So I
pleasing in
think
front
we
of the
should, yeah,
Britishers.
yeah, yes, always just try to fold their hand and just stand on that requesting all the time, requesting
Yeah.
manner. But the extremists, they want that we should come on the ground. We should talk to them. As much
Mhm.
whatever do. Last, that was, I realized the matter. The Gandhiji also realized these things. Because last time, you know that, na, when just, that was the last moment, the Quit India movement.
Mhm.
So that time, Gandhiji just have their slogan, give the slogan, then do or die. Why? Now you come on the last time on the ground. Do or die means nothing now, it will left. Only you want to do your country freedom. So I think come on the ground and do whatever you can do. Like that. So
Mhm.
that the thing also doing our extremists in that time, na? Why did you not support them? So
Yeah.
that I feel that
Mhm.
even the I never seen any picture of Rajguru Bhagat Singh or that when we celebrate the festival. I never
Bal
seen.
Gangadhar Tilak also belongs to this
Yeah,
extreme category, right?
many of leaders, they removed their only the one or two picture. I think they participated or not, what I don't know, but they picture put on that or some Congress leader. That
Hmm.
enough like that. So
Hmm.
I think I feel okay. I think our new generation, they don't know if they just study now they can understand, na, but they don't want to study. Okay, some are have interest to this. You know, our political leader also just portrayed different things to that one of the single party that you already know from the past era. Only the single
Hmm.
party that. So
Okay.
yes, that supporter
Yes.
leaders. Yeah, the image also portrayed like this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, ma'am, but I totally concur with your points. And my next question, ma'am, do you think this is the time to change our history or our social studies textbooks in our schools? Because we many people have observed these type of points here and there. So, do you think that whether it is necessary to change those textbooks and to I mean, implement or to portray about some those leaders about whom the textbooks, the present textbooks aren't explaining or aren't not, I mean, aren't giving ideas or informations to the students.
Actually, now CBSE or NCRT already has been changed the syllabus from the class 6 to 12. They included many of important. Actually, I don't know what they are thinking. Like they already removed that Mughal era. These
Mhm.
200 years, the story, all the Mughal Empire, they deleted from the syllabus.
Okay.
I don't understand why they did this. Maybe now you know that na, some religious issue or whatever happening in our country now. So what is the reason behind it? But they removing all the empire, the 200-year history they removed from the syllabus.
Okay.
Only the some name are, yes, name are mentioned on the chapter. Otherwise, the particular chapter, because if they just did just control or many changes in our country, whatever what was the negative or positive, but it's kind of it's history, na. Only the your political issue or the negative or religious issue are just removing to that. So it's not a good for to who have interest in the history to knowing that, na, whatever it was. Okay, it's negative or positive. So then you should also remove the colonial era or British era. because they also ruled on us. So it means you should remove that one, na? But they removed only the Mughal Empire. Okay, about the if I about the changing, so yes, they included. I think it's a good. I as a teacher, I feel that they started from the prehistory or the
Mm.
civilization history. And we start to set up or making the colonies or set up some invention also comes in that time, na? The prehistory, it means that Harappa civilization or Indus Valley civilization, like that. They
Mm.
included, I think, till class ninth, from
I
class
think
six.
it was the part of SST textbooks even before.
Yes, but not like that. There are two, three chapter included for this
Okay.
particular chapter. There was only the little part, I think, before that. But
Mm.
now they already changed. Even the class ninth, you know that I think you already just remember that because class ninth also we studied the international history first 2 or 3, like French Revolution or the Hitler, about the Hitler and like that. But now they already removed. They totally removed actually.
Okay. Even the French
Yes, they
Revolution.
took. Yeah, French Revolution, Russian Revolution, and also the Hitler chapter I did actually known in my
Okay.
the third. Yes, they already removed. Only the Indian history we need to study now. Only thing they are going on a senior classes. They actually have to know about the also the international history
Mm, yeah,
because we
true.
have we have too much impact from the international history because after their revolution, after they are changing or come to the democracy, then we just got the freedom, then after, and we implemented so many policies, so many changes to just inspire from them. So I think we need to learn that or we need to know that, na? But they already removed that international history. Only the
That's
Indian history we are going to study.
uh-huh.
Also some changes in geography. Okay, geography, they cannot change there. Actually, geography is a very, this will be same actually. And yes, economics, some policies we have we are just studied and so yes, need to, there actually the change is very good, the economics, because in some new policies just come. So I think they also included in the syllabus. At the same time, it's a very good thing, but history, I'm very disappointed because I think the senior student should know about the international things or international history, but they totally removed. Class 10th, the next year they are going to change.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yes. Yes, that's correct, ma'am. If we are a student of history, then definitely we should know about the international history as well, and also
yes,
the medieval
yes.
history of our own country itself. Because history means the real research, research
Research.
about our past incidents. So we should know, or we have the right to know about whatever happened in our history, so that we can connect all those things, and sometimes we
Yes.
can get, or we can observe new incidents as well. It's all about our information, so there is, I don't think that anybody could stop that knowledge is being supplied to us, right? Yes.
And one thing I also feel surprised, they never included, actually, there should be a full chapter. Our Rajput emperors and also the Maratha emperor, there should be full chapter. Yes, one or two books they included, like class 7th or 8th. But I feel that there should be a particular full chapter to know that our Indian history. So yes, we can understand, a student can understand that what was the glorious history of our India. They can understand, na? Because now they don't know about that. They are only they studying about the colonial history or the modern history. So yes, there should be some interesting. So I think the students also can have interest to study that.
Yes, yes, correct. Okay, so ma'am, I have another question. If anybody would ask you who is your favorite freedom fighter, who it would be
Mm.
and what's the reason?
Actually, freedom fighter, there are so many freedom fighters that did very good for the country, the sake of country. But if I mention one name, so that is Subhash Chandra Bose. Yes, that one name is Subhash Chandra Bose. Because yeah, there is a reason behind it. Because Subhash Chandra Bose sometime also supported to the moderate. Okay, they know that he was a very intelligent person. Okay, he know that what time we need to plead it or the just to hold it the hand in front of the colonials, and the same time he arranged an army. Okay, just in our Andaman and Nicobar Island, and also just to go to the acts to the other
Yes,
country to
that
collaborate
is
with the other
Indian
country.
National Army, right? And it was
Yes,
created
Indian.
in, I think, Singapore.
Yes, Singapore. So
Yeah,
he also, and yes, but the one of island Andaman and Nicobar, the
yeah.
fully occupied by this army. So yes, I think he did something different to our country, na? Not to sit like or only to plead it just like that. Na? To you are the leader, so lead to a army or lead to a huge crowd or maybe na. I
Mm,
think you should come on the ground. You should
yeah.
show your leadership like
Mm,
that, na. So
yeah.
Mahatma Gandhi, okay, I know that because I so much just read about Mahatma Gandhi. So I know that he was a very moderate leader. Actually, he was also a very good leader because leadership was a born quality.
Yeah.
You cannot lead to anybody, everybody want to be a leader, but
Yes.
leadership is a born quality.
Yeah.
Leadership. But many students were just asked in the class, na, that I will be a politician. I will. It's not a just cup of tea. It's not
Mm,
just a game that you want to be a leader. Come on the ground. Now you can see that the only trending point, na, like I think you already aware that CJP party, the protest on Jantar Mantar.
mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, one of leader now come on the ground. Now you can see what is the result is that only the public or the channel and everyone criticizing only the one person
Mm.
because he is the leader. He is the leader. Nobody don't know the name of the other who is including just to come to with him
Yeah.
only to criticize that person. If something is going to be wrong, so just he will take all the criticism, and if something will be good anytime. So yes, I think all the people come together. We did this like this.
True, true. That's correct,
This
ma'am. Yeah. When it's the time to get blame, I don't think that the people would support us. Only the leader, he has to or she has to suffer, or she or he has to, accept all the blames. They have to
yes,
admit all those things. But when it comes to distributing that, recognition, then all the people would be there just by,
yes.
demanding their contributions, that whatever
Mm,
that have
mm,
contributor to attain or to achieve that. So that's correct. And when you said about leadership quality, it's not the cup of tea of each and every people out there.
yes, yes.
Everybody wants to become a leader in this life, but
Mm,
I don't think that it is possible for each and everybody. That is an innate quality, I think. Yeah, that's correct. You
yes.
said absolutely correct. And Subhash Chandra Bose, he was a superb, one of the superb, leaders in India
Mm,
and in the whole history, Indian,
yeah,
I
yes.
mean, international
The whole
history
history.
as well.
But the one point, I never seen a paragraph, just see on him. Any, I
Mm,
never seen on history any paragraph. I think there should be a chapter. As
yeah.
a history teacher, I want to know many things about him. But
Mm,
on Google and other social site, we can search. But on the books or on the chapter, there is only the small one that was the Subhash Chandra Bose, and he made these things like that. But not a particular full paragraph on him. That I
mhm.
feel very surprised. Okay, what I don't know what kind of politics they also not showing on the notebooks. I don't know. You also know that, na?
Yeah.
Because they want to show what they want to share, so they are just on the books they are showing. Otherwise, they just hiding that the fact actually
Mhm.
the
But
country
it's not
people.
something justice, I think, because he's also from our own country. He was from our country, and he was,
Yes,
a great leader who had been struggled and who had been led a massive army in order to protect our country. So we should not hide, or we should not neglect that fact. So I think many a great proportion of Indian population, they know about Subhash Chandra Bose, and we many people are the fans of Subhash Chandra Bose. So this is the time to include at least, you know, 2 pages or 1 pages about the same person, so that
Yes.
that would be the justice for towards that person. Because
Yes.
after his death, we didn't even witness his dead body, right? We don't know what
Yes, yes,
happened
yes,
to him.
yes, yes.
We don't know
I think
what
any
happened to
plane
him.
crash. Yes, I think he
Right.
died in a plane
Everybody
crash.
says that it was a plane crash, but we didn't
Mm.
witness that, you know, at least the dead body, what happened to him. And whatever that we get to hear, it was a plane crash. Is there any,
Mm.
is there any
We don't
evidence
know.
for that? Is there any proof for that? No.
I think so. Don't know. But I think because I think many of, I think before 1 year, I just also read in a newspaper that anybody see, just anybody saw to just the same person look like Subhash Chandra Bose. Now this time, oh my God, kind of humor they just spreading. I don't know. But yes, I think there should be evidence, na, that he died
Mhm.
or something else. Na.
Yeah.
Our
And there
government
was a
should just
lady in International Army who was supporting Subhash Chandra Bose in this army to lead this army. And I think what was her name, ma'am? I think she was from South India, and Sedu Lakshmi or Mahalakshmi. I'm not sure about the name. And she was also a
yeah, yeah,
great
yeah.
supporter of International Army, right?
I
And
think
I don't know what
yes,
happened
yes,
to
yes,
her as well.
yes, yes, yes. I just forgot the name, but you guys remind me. Yes, related to that. There's South Indian. She was the
Yeah.
South Indian, and she was also belong from the army or maybe the
Yeah, she was also one of
right.
the
Yeah,
heroes.
one of person.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, many of actually there are a non-leaders. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know. We don't have any idea what with they done with them. So like yes, many of incident in the history that when I just read that topic now, so I feel that time I don't know why I'm just feel connected to that, especially the
Yeah.
Jallianwala Bagh incident and many of unknown warriors. I want to know about that unknown warrior also because there is not the that we just enjoying that freedom na, not for the sake of only the 10 or 20 people or the 50 people that will already studied and the name on our book. So
Mm.
that is not just only just we get the freedom. There
And
are
ma'am,
so many
sorry for the
person behind
interruption.
this.
Our time is it's been all, I think it only six
I think
minutes are
yes,
left,
yes.
but I have another
Okay, okay.
interesting question to you. We know whatever happened in our, Indian history, especially I can say modern Indian history. But whenever we talk about our independence war, or even the days, on August 15, mainly we get the, on that TV serials, not TV serials actually, in each and every TV
Movie.
channels. Yeah,
Mm.
the movies
Mm.
are only relating to, India and Pakistan, the war that is
Yes,
happening
yes.
between India and Pakistan. But the concept or the incident wasn't between India and Pakistan, it was between actually the UK and India. And Pakistan also, Pakistan and Bangladesh, they were also a part of it. But the depiction, it is something different nowadays, right? So the children, they are also getting, I think, a wrong information. Yes, obviously Pakistan is, the problem with Pakistan is something different, right? It's not
Yes.
relating to our that national international movement, right? So
No,
what
no,
is
no.
your observation on it? Why the trend is going on?
Because during these independence or when just trying to just getting to this freedom for our country now, that time this religious concept just spreading, or I think it was the main barrier in to get the freedom this that time, this
Yeah.
religious fact. I think the religious, because the colonial or Britisher want to do this. They want to do this. That how much time they can just to leave this fact, na, that they want to release the country or to just holding hand over all the power, na. So they want to divide the country because now
Mm.
they don't want to go
But
like
there
this
were
to
massive
free or
demand
this
for
and
the
so.
partition as well from, I think, Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Am I correct?
Yes. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the leader of that party
Yeah,
that they created, the Muslim
two
party.
national,
Yes,
right?
there are so many leaders. So that's why always na blame to the Muhammad Ali Jinnah,
Hmm.
that he just demanding the partition of this country, na. But that time, I think whatever happened, we don't know. But I think they, because of the religious grounds, they demanding the different place. Because
Mhm.
British are also forced to them that now this time, because we are going to divide this country, you can, like the father na, father or any relatives come to the their elder son na, now this time we are just distributing the property, you can demand whatever you want. Otherwise now when we just divide this na, that time after this you cannot demand anything like that. Elder son, anybody just advise this relatives. So that time British are also advised to Muhammad Ali Jinnah, this is the time you can demand anything. Whatever the place you want, then you can demand. So yes, we will give you. So he demanded the separate part. So yes, the Bangladesh and Pakistan, east or west, the both sides, they
Yeah.
demanded. And also just give the right. That time we have so many princely state, the
Mhm.
monarchical, the
Yeah.
so many prince or na. So also give the choice to that state also. If you want to join that Pakistan area or the Bangladesh, you can go with them. But
Mhm.
that is very just complicated matter, na. So yes, there
Yeah.
was a very good leader, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. I think this Muslim rulers area. So
Yeah.
they want to go with that area. Then after, yes,
Mhm.
Bangladesh also separated from Pakistan, because that
Mhm.
time East Pakistan or West Pakistan they
Yeah.
did this like.
Yeah. Mhm.
But after in yes 19 I remember, I forgot the date that. So I think yes 1971, I think, yeah, 1971.
Okay.
The yes Pakistan also, Bangladesh also just separated from the Pakistan, so now the separate country actually.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so much questions, so many questions.
Yes.
I think very interesting. I feel very interested this to
Yeah.
talk to you,
When
because
we
I
talk
know
about
I.
history, it is something different, or it is something, I mean, interesting as well. So we have
Yes,
to go
interesting.
in depth to that subject.
That's right. Now, actually I need a person who also have the knowledge and I can share the knowledge with them. But in my school, you can say, yeah, the some are colleagues, this teacher, yes, they have the knowledge, but they also feel tired. Okay, they don't want to talk to me like this on the topic. So many time I feel this, but yes, I am just very happy to talk with this topic. Thank you so much to just join me on this conversation.
Yes, sure, ma'am. I
I think we
also
should.
enjoyed this conversation, and right now feel that I'm full of beans because I had a great conversation with you. It was a fruitful. I think I don't know about the rest of the things that the viewers they have to decide,
Hmm,
and I think we both did justice to this conversation. And I really want to discuss some more things relating to history or the whole, Indian or
of
and
course.
I can say international history as well with you. So, hoping for the
Of
next
course.
conversation very soon, ma'am. Thank you so
Of
much.
course. I feel very delighted when you just give me this time. So yes, we can just do it in the next time. Sure. Yes, I will
Yeah.
wait.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you
Thank you
so
so